Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Education Weekly. I'm your host, Jhory Buskey. Tonight, we're diving into some exciting developments in education that are making waves. We've got updates on everything from new arts education initiatives to the latest in career and technical education and much more. Here's a glimpse of what's coming up. New arts education initiatives in Seattle, social emotional learning programs in Florida, advancements in career and technical education, student voices in school decision-making, funding, and budget allocations for schools. Let's jump right in. And welcome to another episode of Education Weekly. New arts education initiatives in Seattle. Seattle Public Schools has unveiled a new arts education program designed to broaden access to music, theater, and visual arts. Announced on August 23rd, the program features increased funding for supplies, hiring more arts specialists, and building partnerships with local cultural institutions. With these new initiatives rolling out, how do you think they might reshape students' educational journeys? Could this expanded access to the arts lead to better overall academic performance? Social emotional learning programs in Florida. Florida has introduced a comprehensive social emotional learning program across its K-12 schools. Effective August 21st, these programs aim to nurture intelligence, resilience, and interpersonal skills to create a more effective school environment. Integrating SEL into the curriculum is a big move. How do you think that this will affect students' emotional well-being and their performance in class? Might these programs help with the mental health issues schools are facing today? Advancements in career and technical education. The United States Department of Education's latest report, which was released on August 22nd, highlights new developments in career and technical education. The report covers new certifications, industry partnerships, and hands-on learning initiatives aimed at better preparing students for the workforce. These advancements in CTE are pretty significant. How do you think they align with what employers are looking for today? Do these programs seem to be bridging the skill gaps effectively? Student voices in decision making. Denver Public Schools has launched a new initiative starting August 20th that includes student advisory boards and regular surveys to involve students in school decisions. Involving students in decision making could be a really big shift with big school dynamics being affected. How do you think that this might impact school policies and culture? What might be some challenges in making this work effectively? Funding and budget allocations for schools. The California State Legislature passed on a new budget proposal on August 22nd. That significantly boosts funding for public schools, effectively targeting low-income and undeserved communities and districts. With the increase in funding, how do you think it will affect educational equity in California? Do you think that this move will be enough to close existing funding gaps? Teacher shortage solutions in Texas. To tackle the teacher shortage, Texas has introduced new initiatives including higher salaries and loan forgiveness, announced on August 25th. These are aimed at attracting and retaining teachers in high-need areas. These new initiatives are designed to address a serious issue. Do you think that they'll make a real difference in solving the teacher shortage? How might schools balance these initiatives with long-term needs? Parent and family engagement initiatives. On August 24th, the New York City Department of Education launched a new initiative to boost parent and family engagement through workshops, family liaison roles, and improved communication strategies. Family involvement is crucial in student success. How do you think that these new engagement strategies will strengthen the relationship between schools and families? What impact might this have on students' outcomes? Schools with student choice and personalized learning. DC Public Schools has introduced a program allowing high school students to select personalized learning pathways based on their interests and career goals. This went into effect on August 21st. Offering students more choice in their education can be exciting. How do you think this could affect their motivation and readiness for future careers? Are there any potential challenges with this personalized approach? Equitable practices in education. The Education Trust new report, published on August 23rd, outlines strategies for implementing equitable practices in education, focusing on closing disparities and enhancing opportunities. Promoting equity is a key goal for many schools. What do you think are the most effective strategies for achieving this? How should schools measure progress towards these equitable practices? Illinois' school readiness programs. Illinois has launched a statewide school readiness program starting August 22nd that is aimed at preparing incoming kindergarten students through assessments, parent education, and early intervention services. These new readiness programs could make a big difference. How might they impact early learning outcomes? How might be some of the hurdles in implementing these programs across the state? Student leadership opportunities. Portland, Oregon has introduced a new initiative on August 24th to expand leadership opportunities for high school students, including student-run councils and community service projects. Leadership opportunities can be transformative for students. How do you think these new programs will affect students' personal and academic development? Can schools effectively balance these opportunities with academic responsibilities? Professional development for educators. The Nebraska Department of Education rolled out a new professional development program on August 21st, focused on innovative teaching strategies and educational technology. Ongoing professional development is crucial for teachers. How might this new program impact the quality of teaching and student outcomes? What are the benefits of continuous training for educators? College and workforce readiness initiatives. Wisconsin's Department of Public Instruction launched a new program on August 22nd to help high school students prepare for both college and the workforce, featuring career counseling and internships. Preparing students for both higher education and the workforce is vital today. How can schools best support students in this dual preparation? What are the key elements of a successful readiness program? School board involvement and engagement. A recent study by the National School Boards Association, which was published on August 23rd, explores how school boards can better influence educational policy and engage with their communities. School boards play a crucial role in education. How can they enhance their impact and involvement in local schools? What benefits come from strong school board community partnerships? Student voices and policy decisions. Boston Public Schools has empowered students to participate in policy decisions affecting their education with new student-led forums and advisory councils. Those went into effect on August 20th. Including students in policy decisions can be impactful. How do you think that this will affect educational policies and school culture for these students? What are some of the challenges in ensuring meaningful student involvement? Revised school safety policies in Texas. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a new school safety bill, which went into law on August 23rd. The legislation includes increased security measures, enhanced mental health resources, and stricter visitor protocols. These new safety measures could change daily routines for schools, parents, and guardians. How might they affect the experience for students, staff, parents, guardians, others? Do you think that they address the root causes of safety issues effectively? New charter school legislation in Florida. Florida's new legislation, which went into effect on August 24th, expands the number of charter schools in the state, offering more flexible funding and fewer regulatory constraints. With the expansion of charter schools, what could be the potential benefits and drawbacks of Florida's public education system? How might this impact traditional public schools? Inclusive education initiatives in Washington. The Washington State Board of Education approved new inclusive educational policies on August 22nd, aimed to better supporting students with disabilities to improved accessibility and educator training. These inclusive policies could make a big difference. How might they improve the learning environments for students with disabilities? What challenges might schools face in implementing these policies? Advances in educational technology. The San Francisco Educational Technology Conference, held on August 21st, showcased cutting-edge advancements in educational technology, including virtual and augmented reality tools. New technologies can offer exciting learning experiences. How do you think tools like virtual and augmented reality might enhance classroom learning? Are there concerns that you may have about these technologies potentially widening the digital divide? Rising costs in higher education. The College Board's latest report, released on August 22nd, reveals a 4% increase in tuition fees over the past year, highlighting ongoing debates about college affordability and student debt. The rising cost of college continues to be a major issue in America. What do you think are some viable solutions to making higher education more affordable? How can both institutions and policymakers address the growing financial burden on students and their families? Training programs in Arizona. Arizona's new initiative, announced on August 23rd, aims to enhance teacher training with a focus on culturally responsive teaching practices, preparing educators to better support diverse student populations. Enhancing teacher training is crucial for diverse classrooms. How might this new focus on culturally responsive practices affect student engagement and learning outcomes? What might be the challenges in rolling out this training effectively? Initiatives in early childhood education. A study from the Early Childhood Education Research Center, published on August 20th, highlights the positive effects of play-based learning in preschool, showing improvements in social skills and cognitive development. Play-based learning is gaining traction in early childhood education. How do you think integrating more play into formal settings might benefit young learners? Are there any challenges or considerations when adapting this approach? School nutrition programs in Texas. Updated guidelines for school nutrition programs in Texas went into effect on August 24th, focusing on improving the quality of school meals and increasing access to healthy food options for students. Improving school nutrition is essential for student health. How do you think these new guidelines will impact both student well-being and academic performance? What might be the difficulties in implementing these new standards? Global trends in education. The International Education Summit held in London on August 22nd highlighted emerging trends such as global citizenship and digital literacy, with educators and policymakers from around the world participating. Global education trends can offer valuable insights for all of us. How can lessons from these international discussions be applied locally to enhance our education systems? What specific trends do you think could be more beneficial than others? That's all for tonight's episode of Education Weekly. We hope that you found the discussions and topics informative and thought-provoking. Stay tuned for more updates and deep dives into the latest in education next week. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your week.